Well, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us and thanks for coming into the webinar tonight. Really looking forward to tonight to talking you through to how to very easily attract 3 new clients every week and how to skyrocket your business. And that's really what we're about. And the main focus of the webinar tonight is really to keep your clients coming in, and so that you never have to worry about getting qualified prospects again, so that the prospects that you attract are qualified prospects. Can I ask you to do me a huge favor? I know that for me to give you heaps of value, for me to ensure that this is a great webinar for you, can I just ask that you just turn off all of those distractions, so there's no phone, no Facebook, no email, and all that sort of good stuff that we've got going on in our lives, the noise. It'll help you get heaps of value, and it'll help me give you heaps of value. Now, if you're anything like me, I'm a writer. I take heaps of notes. And so can I ask that you've got a pen and paper, because writing, just write stuff down. There's so many gold nuggets tonight that I'm going to share with you, and I would love you to take those notes and make sure you capture everything out of tonight. Thanks, Tracy, hearing it loud and clear. Thank you. Great to hear. And for anyone else, please contribute in the chat box if you'd like to. Say hi and let me know where you're from, and yeah, engage, collaborate. Otherwise, I'm going to tear into this, because no one likes a long webinar. So I'm the master at keeping this information short. And I'm going to start with the short mission. My mission in life is very simple, and it's to make businesses and people better than when I found them. So to leave businesses and people better than when I found them. Big mission. My mission for the webinar and for this program is to help 100 businesses double in size during next year. I'm just going to say that again. My mission in business next year is to help 100 businesses double in size during 2018. And my question to you is, would you love to be one of them? And I hope the answer to that is yes. And if you would like to, stick it in the chat box. Would you like to double your business in the next 12 months? And I guess what makes this webinar different, and am I an online guru or an online expert? Probably not really. Am I a business expert? Absolutely. I've done this stuff before. I started in what I call a JOB, a just over broke. And I started there, and I just knew there was something more. I just knew that it was time to make a difference. And I decided that I really liked winning. I really liked creating a lifestyle for myself and my family that was at such a high level, so that, you know, finances weren't an issue, so that lifestyle wasn't an issue, so that being there on kids' sports days wasn't an issue, so that the Disneyland holidays wasn't an issue. I decided to start winning. And again, I've got another question for you. Is that something that you want to do too? Is that up your alley? If you do, if that's a yes, guess what? And if you stay to the end of this, please do that, because I've got some little prezzies for you, some gifts at the end of this webinar. So I've got both a video that will talk through some of the $1 million strategies that I use to build a multiple 7-figure business in a couple of years. Thanks, Trace. Me too, girl. Love it. Love winning. And the other thing that I want to share with you is that I'm actually a best-selling author, an international best-selling author, and I've written 5 books. There's 3 of them on your screen there, right to left as you look at them. And there's also an ebook there that I'm going to talk you through the 3 big reasons why small businesses or any businesses fail. So you'll get all of that at the end of this webinar. So stay tuned. It'll all be there for you. We're going to put a link up where you can get that information. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name's Anton Guinea. That photo there was taken in Adelaide. I was running around early in the morning, as I do as a triathlete. And I guess I'm lucky that I get heaps of cool stuff to do. And one of the common questions that I've got is, because I post a lot of stuff as I travel around, been fortunate enough to travel the world speaking. I travel Australia working, and there's some great photos on there that I'm very proud of. And one's in the bottom left-hand corner. I've represented our country Nothing like live events. I've represented our, I wish that would go away. I've represented our country at live events, apologies, in Canada and China, and that's in the bottom left-hand corner. We've got a bit photo of Big Noel Meninga there in the middle. There's a video photo there, middle right. And I guess I've created a lifestyle that allows me to do all these things. And in the middle there is me on a triathlon bike and doing a triathlon. And of course, there's my lovely wife in the middle left. And above that is my son's mother and son's mother-in-law, his girlfriend's mother. And we were off to a fancy dress party there. I had a Joker's uniform on. And I guess let me take you through the things that I've learnt. One of them is that if you don't know me, we've grown a 7-figure business. I saw a need that no one was filling. I've always adapted to my market, so I sort of pivot really well and really fast. And really, for me, it was just about being stress-free and happy. And I really, really have always had a massive desire to work for myself and to be authentic. And if you're anything like me, absolutely, and be a man in demand. Thanks, Tracy, for sure. I love being in demand, which is really nice, and as you will be at the end of this webinar. And I love being authentic. So authenticity is so important to me because, you know, you've got to be your business, and your business has got to be an extension of you, really. When you think about why you do business, it's so important that you are the business, and the business becomes an extension of you, because people don't do businesses with business, they do it with people. You know, and I tried a few things before I really got the courage to do it alone. I had all the $1 million ideas. And then finally I got to a point where I can actually work on my terms. I get to pick and choose who I work with. At the end of the day, though, I'm just like you, and this webinar is about you. And I'm not sure when you started in business. We started in 2004. We jumped very quickly. I thought, well, this business stuff's pretty easy. We went to 200K pretty quick without even really trying, without understanding marketing very well. And then, of course, we went for probably a little while where we sort of stayed at that level until we went stratospherically again, and we 10x the size of our business in 2 years. Why? Because I cracked the combinations. I was willing to ask the universe to support me. And that sounds weird. I was willing to ask the universe and others to support me. I've got some great mentors. But the big thing there, and the bottom one, is the reason that I could 10x business, and the reason that you can 10x a business, is because you are able to help others. And that's what it's about. And I've done a lot of things right. And guess what, team? I've done a lot of things wrong. Absolutely. I've learned from the school of hard knocks. And in the beginning, you know what? And if you're anything like me, business sucked. It was hard, even though we went straight up to a fairly easy level. And, you know, I actually thought at times this is easy, but it wasn't. And and what really sucked was really in the early days where 200K wasn't enough turnover, because we had big bills, and starting a business is expensive, and we had a lot of costs at the time. And I brought a lot of people into the business, which I shouldn't have then. And I actually thought that there was no chance we'd ever go to the next level, and we'd never be able to 10x like we did. I thought I'd never really make it. I underestimated my value. I was holding back from real success. I had a really poor belief system. I was frustrated, and I was so busy. I put this in there very deliberately, trying to learn everything. I thought that you had to learn all this stuff before you could be a business person, and you don't. You really just have to learn people skills. Is probably the biggest thing. And you know what? You can't get people skills out of a book. And there were times when I felt like giving up and going back to a job. Absolutely. I was very good as an employee, and I could have got a regular income. And then, so we plateaued, and after about 5 years, I really, 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 really worked out what to do. Because it's very, very easy when you do know how. And for us, when you know how, which I do now, growing a business is not a big gig. Growing a business is normal day-to-day work, really. And it's about having a system and a process to follow. And it's about using other people's shortcuts. Absolutely. That's what mentorship's about. And it's about having people in your corner that will share their experience with you and how to shortcut their mistakes. So it's hard when, you got to do it all by yourself. You got to learn by trial and error, when you're making stuff up as you go, and when you're the only one in the business that has to do everything. And absolutely, and you need some key people around you, but don't overcapitalize on resources. Because I did it the hard way. Guess what? You're on this webinar. You get to do it the easy way. You get to do it the simple way. You get to do it the effective way. You get to do it the proven way. Why? Because here's a foolproof system. Tonight, you're going to get it. You're going to get the toolkit, the tool bag. You're going to get the stuff that anyone can follow. Follow this system and set up a successful business. And the way you're going to set up the successful business is you're going to use referrals. You're going to become the trusted advisor for your clients. And you're going to have systems that work on autopilot. You're going to have systems that do their thing. And you're going to have systems that are effective and efficient, that aren't time stealers, that really work for you, not against you. Here's a question for you, though. Do you really want this? Do you want to make an incredible income while doing what you love with passion and purpose? And I'm hearing you too, Tracy. It's so important to be able to be in this position here. Incredible income, doing what you love, passionate every day, and with purpose. So for the last couple of years, I've been actually helping businesses to do just that. Thanks, Trace. Me too. I've been helping businesses to do that, and for owners to solve their problems and to grow their own business. And you know what the cool thing is? I don't have to do the work. You learn the skills as a business owner. You learn the skills. Absolutely the ultimate solution. What I'm going to walk you through, and I'm going to show you my system tonight, and it's simple. That enables you to have a comfortable lifestyle. It's not easy. It takes work, like everything in life. It takes work. The process is not difficult. And one caveat out of tonight, team, one caveat just before we go, one little caveat is that my results aren't typical. I'm sure that the average person who attends this sort of a webinar, who attends training, doesn't take the action that I took from these sorts of webinars and these sorts of training, doesn't go out and 10x up on the work that they do, doesn't go out and 10x up on the referrals that they want to get, and probably get zero results. Now, I'm excited for you. You're on here tonight, and thank you for those that have joined us. And I'm excited to show you exactly what's worked for me. And what have you got to commit tonight? Not much of your time. And you're going to get so much value tonight. And if you decide to move forward with us, you get so much more value. At the end of the day, though, this isn't a get-rich-quick system. You'll need to do some work to create the results. Would you like the simple way? Do you really want to know what this is about and what's going to enable you to skyrocket your business, create a lifestyle of freedom and happiness? Now, can you imagine, just for a second, imagine this. Imagine all of those people. Now, they're not in my business. I don't know where they came from. They're a stock photo. But just imagine having an army of salespeople out there doing their thing. Imagine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, say 10 people out there selling your business every day and selling what it is you do. And you don't have to pay them a cent. How good is that? You can forget sitting around hoping the phone will ring like it does at this time of night, which is usually telemarketers, and I'm very, very nice to them because I do cold calling as well. And you don't have to sit around hoping the phone will ring so that you can make a sale, or you don't have to worry about non-performing marketing campaigns, and you can have a full calendar. And then this happens. You get people like Sheena, who I know and love. One of my favorite clients that I worked with this year. Hey, Rocky. That's her name for me. I'm not sure why. Probably because, I don't know, I'm pumped like Rocky Balboa. Just want to say a big thank you for everything. You really made a difference to ThermoView and to me personally. My outlook and positivity has risen massively since we met. I walked out today, and this is out of a long coaching program campaign that we've done together. I walked out today positive and feeling like I wanted to do it all over again. And I'll send a formal email to the team I just want to say thanks, and that you really made a big difference to my life and to me. Isn't that fantastic? How good does that make you feel? And it warms my heart to get messages like that. And I've got a few more during the webinar that I'm going to show you. So just a little reminder of my mission: 100 businesses, 2x next year. Straightforward. Starting soon, starting very, very soon, before the 1st of January. Are you ready? Do you want 3 secrets that will change your business? So regardless of whether you come on a journey with us, can I ask you, please write these down as I go, and please implement them in your business. If you do, your business will go nuts and it will skyrocket next year. Now, secret number 1, you have to build an army of salespeople, and you have to do it in a way that it's not costly for you. You couldn't afford to have 10 salespeople in your business. I spoke to one a phone salesperson the other day who wanted $1,500 a week, and that's a reasonable salary. But can you afford to put someone on at $1,500 a week? Maybe, maybe not. Can you afford to put a salesperson on for free? Absolutely. Do you want to be the trusted advisor? Of course you do, because the trusted advisors win the most work. Systems and processes are the key, team. Secret 1, 2, and 3. Key to success is systems. Now, secret number 1, building an army of salespeople is not a costly exercise. For your business to grow, you need to get leads and make sales. Bleatingly obvious. One way to do this is to get great salespeople out there doing it for you. Now, let me show you something. Now, this is proven. This is a fact. This is a statistic. And what that statistic tells us is that every single happy client that you've got, guess what? And I had a sales meeting this afternoon, had a person with 120, and most of his work comes from referrals. Every single one of your clients that you have goes and tells 2 to 3 people about their experience. Cool. They have a bad experience with you, they go and tell 8 to 10 people. Statistics. Now, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if you knew, as the business owner, who those 2 to 3 people were going to be? And you could leverage off that information. And if you knew that that person or your happy client was going to talk to 2 to 3 people, wouldn't it be nice to be able to approach that 2 to 3 people, especially once they've got a referral from your client? And here's this. Have a look at the 8 to 10. Imagine if you flicked your mindset and said, you know what, every unhappy client we have, we're going to turn them around. Everyone that's not happy with our service or ever hasn't been happy with our service, we're going to work out what we can do. Did you know that an unhappy client turned around becomes a way happier client than you could ever imagined in the first place? True. So here's the thing. Even imagine that you incentivized your happy client. So we know statistically they're going to talk to 2 or 3 people. That's a given. That's not a dream. That's a given. They're going to talk to 2 to 3 people. Imagine if we incentivized them in some way and said, look, huge favor. Instead of just talking to 2 to 3, could you speak to more than that for me? And look, here's a gift for doing that. Or each person you speak to will send them a gift. See, this is just a discussion. A referral is just a discussion. There's a time, there's a place, there's a process for getting referrals. Yeah? But remember, make referrals part of your business. Now, the more clients that you're talking to about their experience with you, you're going to reduce the number of unhappy clients. So if you imagine you've only got none, and therefore they're only talking to 2 or 3 people instead of 8 to 10, reduce that number, and all of a sudden you're turning them into happy clients anyway. Massive, massive turn in your business coming. In short, let me summarize this for you. In short, you build an army of salespeople, an army if you utilize referrals. It's a given. Some business, it used to be called word of mouth, but it's now called referrals. We built a multiple 7-figure business on referrals, on word of mouth. I didn't even know what I was doing. I just kept asking people, who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Can you recommend us? Can you refer us? Because When you tell people about your service, they listen. They think, yeah, they're nice and not encouragingly, and that's good. Yeah, okay, cool. And sometimes they'll even buy off you. Other people tell that same person about your service, they're in. So then it's so much easier to sell to a referred client. Absolutely. Thanks, Trace. It is fantastic to know that we've got there in our grasp salespeople everywhere. Like I said, a referred prospect is so much easier to convert into a client. Your conversion rates head north when you're speaking to referred prospects. Please, please, please go away from this prezzo and start doing it, because it's underutilized. Think about all the businesses, all the clients that you've got. Think about all the businesses that ask you for referrals. I get them all the time. Could you refer me? You get an email. We'll give you $20 off your next purchase if you refer us. The biggest, smartest businesses in the world know this stuff. Secret number 2. Here's the big one. This, I don't know which one of these 3 is more important. I'm going to tell you, though, that trusted advisors win more work. What do I mean by being a trusted advisor? This is what I mean. And here's a statistic. Never give you detail without stat. 79% of buyers say it's absolutely critical or very important to interact with a salesperson who's a trusted advisor. Not from me. Go and check out the link there that I've given you. I cite every time I use a quote. Now, we don't want to just deal with sales reps. We're educated buyers now. We want to deal with trusted advisors, and you will win more business if you're a trusted advisor. Let me take a step back. What do I mean by trusted advisor? Trusted advisor, market expert, market leader, go-to person. You're a mechanic, someone has a problem with their car, their trailer, their transmission, they ring you straight away. Well, not even that. You might have a scooter or your motorbike. It's your go-to person no matter what happens. And I'm a trusted advisor for some businesses, whether it's a HR issue, whether it's a financial issue, whether it is a marketing issue. I get a phone call, and it's all hours of the day and night. I'm their trusted advisor. Yes, they pay well for that service, and thank you, and I appreciate it. I never, ever not appreciate my clients, because I keep winning business. People keep coming back, and I love it because I can serve, and thank you to those that let me serve their businesses. Go-to person, Janine Alice. Sorry, wrong spelling. You know, it's amazing what happens when you become a trusted advisor. So Janine Alice isn't making juices anymore. So she's Boost Juice for anyone out there listening to this that doesn't know. Now she's actually a trusted advisor. She's on Shark Tank. She doesn't make juice. She's a franchise expert, and people go to her for support. Trusted advisors win the most work. They help their customers in a way so that the customer wants to buy, and they actually sell in a way that the customer wants to buy, not how the salesperson or the business owner wants to sell. Isn't that interesting? A trusted advisor is someone who does it on the client terms. They understand the process of benefits, not features. When you go to Bunnings, when you want to mount a picture on the wall, do you go to Bunnings to buy a drill? No, you go to Bunnings to Harvey Norman. Do you go to buy a drill? No, you go to buy a hole, not a drill. You buy the whole. When you understand that as a trusted advisor, you can educate your clients, and you can be there for them. Secret number 3, systems and processes, team. Systems and processes. If you haven't got them in your business, please, if you do nothing else other than bullet point everything that you do each time you do something in your business, bullet point it so that you've got a database of systems and process. Again, more data for you. Back stuff up with statistics. And if you can learn nothing else from this webinar, every time you're doing a sales pitch to someone, stories plus statistics means stickiness. People remember you. So I use statistics very, very strategically. Poor management. And this is from Success Harbor online. Why businesses fail. Poor management. Examples of poor management are an inability to listen, micromanaging, aka a lack of trust, and that's in workers, working without standards or systems, poor communication, and a lack of feedback. Guess what? You have systems in the business, they take over 95% of the reasons a business fail. Remember, there's 3 elements of your business. There's sales and marketing, There's operations and there's finances. Anton, my business is different. Yeah. Has it got sales and marketing? Has it got, do you deliver a service? Do you have to manage some money? Guess what? It's probably no different to every other business on the planet that needs business and management. Now, let's have a look at secret number 3. And here's another little system. This is just how you track your turnover for the year. This you should be filling out regularly. And here's like your goals for, let's say this is 2018. Let's say you've got a 100K goal. Let's say you've got $1 million goal. Write this down, team, because this actual spreadsheet isn't available, but I can make it available. Write this down. So these are just some key metrics. Let's say your goal turnover is 100K. Let's say your product cost is $2,000, right? So let's jump down to the bottom line. So how many sales are you going to make a year? 50 to make 100K. Now, let's start working our way back up. So let's say you have a conversion rate. So let's say and you do phone sales, let's say, or face-to-face, whatever it is for you. Let's say every conversation, every proposal, every phone call you make a sale in 1 in 3. So you got a conversion rate of 33%, right? You want to make 50 sales, your conversion rate's 1 in 3. So therefore, how many sales calls, presentations you got to make? 150. There's the numbers. Now, let's just say for a second, same goal. So the goal was 100K. Let's put an actual on here now. And let's go down to the sales call one. Let's just change that. And let's say the 150 sales call you made were all referrals. So we're talking systems here, but I'm going to show you how referrals are working and how they're going to help your system and help your bottom line and help you skyrocket your business. Now, let's say, and you'll get to this point if you really try hard enough with your referrals. One dentist that I work for, they want 100% referral business. That's my gig next year with them, to get them to only a referral business. They don't want to spend a lot of money on advertising. They want to refer. They want people to refer them. So now let's say your 150 phone calls are to referred prospects. How many of those do you think you're going to close? Guess what? I'm going to be conservative. And look, all of your sales calls and prezos may not be to referred prospects, but let's just say they are. And let's just say you had a slight increase in your conversion rate to 0.5, right? So now let's say you wanted to do 100K, 2K a message, and absolutely, Trace, completely reduces the cost of acquisition. You want to do 2K, your product line is 2K, so you want to do 50 sales a year. Great, and I've got 49.5, not sure why I wrote that. Now, let's say you're closing 1 in 3, but let's say you're talking to referrals now and you're closing 1 in 2. Let's say your closing rate has actually gone up to 0.5. So 1 in 2 conversations that you close. Look what that does to your bottom line. It's gone from 100K to 150K. Is that possible? Absolutely. There's the numbers. If you're talking to referred prospects, your conversion rate can only go up. Referrals in your business, systematizing this, and I've seen it happen. I'm telling you, team, this is gold, this information, right? So that's where we were. That's where we want to be. Speaking to referrals, systematize your process and becoming the trusted advisor so that people keep coming back to you and make more sales with you. It's a topic for another webinar, how to do that. Though let's talk those 3 areas of your business: marketing, operations, and finance. Only 3 areas of your business, 3 departments, 3 sections, whatever you want to call it. And what systems do we need to do? Well, marketing, we need to package up a product and we need to promote it. Operations, we need to deliver it, have a process for getting our services out there. And we need to have a performance for measurement rather than trying to attract cold leads. Absolutely, Trace. Doing this, so trusted advisor is so good at attracting, so much easier to sell to either a current client or a referred prospect. And so Yeah, and packaging and promotion. Operations is about how we deliver our services, the process for delivering it, and performance. Please measure your performance. Please ask your clients, how did we go? Yeah, have we exceeded expectations? Not have we met them, have we exceeded them? In relation to finances, I've really got this point there, prioritization. Really prioritize what you spend your dollars on, team. Make sure you get a return on investment on what you spend, and project. You really need to understand, looking forward, what your future looks like. How much are you going to need to spend in those three areas: marketing, operations, and finances? And we've got one-page pro formas for each of these that you can quickly and easily bang, bang, bang. How you packaging up is about niching your client, niching down. Promotion, what's your marketing strategy look like, and what are your big 3 ticket items? Only 3. Operations, how are you going to deliver this service? Performance, how do you measure that? Has it delivered off on what you said? And what are your clients saying about you? Finances, prioritization, what are you spending and where? Projection, how much income are you going to generate, and where are you going to reinvest in your business? Anita, one of the dentists that we work with, just a quick testimonial. What's happened to her in the last 12 months? Her business has gone a little bit nuts in the last 12 months since we've been working with her. Thanks, Anita, for the opportunity to work with One Dental in Gladstone. The support and guidance that Anton provides is of the highest value, both personally and professionally. Motivated, driven, ethically minded, lives his life on the philosophy of leave people better than you found them. There you go. That's what I told you at the start of the webinar. And then, of course, Janine talked really about the energy and the enthusiasm that we brought to a workshop that we did for Janine. And she's read some of our books, and you're going to get some of those when you stay to the end of this webinar. So just have a think just for a second. What's it going to be like when you can double your business in 2018? Just have a think for a second what that would feel like. Imagine, and put it in the chat box, imagine if you could, please. And I know, Tracy, thanks for interacting tonight. It's been a bit quiet other than you, so thank you. You know, this is my mission again. I'm committed to 100 businesses and growing them in 2018. And imagine skyrocketing, would you? Wouldn't it be great to actually see your business double, and just think what that would feel like? So now let's do a quick summary. You now know how incredible your business can be, right? Building an army of salespeople is not costly. Trusted advisors win the most work. System and processes are the key to success in business. And doubling your business, so much easier than you think. If it's okay with you, and I'd love a big tick, I'd love to show the exact system that I used. The exact system, excuse me, to scale up and do 10x. Not to 2x, to 10x our business. And I want to teach you what you can do in 2018 and the exact system. Now, I've been training and delivering and coaching and consulting since 2004, as I said, in a range of spaces. And it's only now that I really have been able to pull this information together. I'm going to pull it together in what I call a summit, Business Growth and Leadership Summit. And really, this is about your scale up in 2018. I'd love to 10x it. Thanks, Trace. Absolutely. And this is how we're going to 10x your business, if that's what you love to do. Business Growth and Leadership Summit, your scale up in 2018 program. Here it is, team. And don't go through the stress. Don't go through the frustration. Don't go through not knowing which way to turn, feeling alone. And if you haven't felt all of that stuff in business, if you haven't yet, you potentially will. Guess what? We're going to make sure that you don't. If you do, you don't stay there for too long. I don't want you to go through what I did at different times when we plateaued trying to work out what it is. How do we get out? How do we break the ceiling? Yeah. And this is the common self-concerns people have at this stage. And how do I know this? Because I've asked them, well, what's your challenge? Well, why haven't you got a referral system in your business yet? I can't ask someone for a referral. Why not? It's part of doing business, especially if you can incentivize them. I don't think I have enough skills. For what? To ask for a referral or to be the trusted advisor? Absolutely you do. If you're in business, you've got the skills. Back yourself, team. People don't think of me as a trusted advisor, yet, because you don't know how to place yourself there. There's a system, there's a skill, there's an art. I don't believe I'm good enough yet. We'll help you get over that one too. And I don't know much about business systems. Well, guess what? That's easy to fix also. Now, in the summit, we've got everything that you need to set you up for massive, massive success. This is a giant shortcut. This is your giant shortcut. Let me take you through what's in this program and what's in the summit. First, 4 modules. That's all there are, and they're going to be delivered by me. Absolutely. I'm there with you. 2 full days and probably 2 full evenings. We're going to implement this stuff in your business at your pace, and I'm not going to leave you alone at the end of that 2-day summit. It's designed to help you skyrocket in 2018. What's in the program? Each module contains a step-by-step process that you can follow. And we'll start doing some of it in the workshop. My mission is to see you be successful, right? And what I want to see is I want in this program, because I don't want just anyone, I want like-minded people. And I'm there with you on this journey. I'm there pumping, right? And I'm there giving you my full energy. You get me, and you also get people around you, like-minded business owners. Here's the first thing, though. Before we even get to the 4 modules, please lock into my calendar, and our back-end people are now going to put up a link soon so that you can jump into my calendar and you can actually book an appointment. Now, that's a 30-minute clarity session with me, and we're going to understand your goals and aspirations. We're going to develop an acceleration plan for your business in 30 minutes, an acceleration plan. Absolutely. We can't do that in 30 minutes? Watch us. We're going to determine which systems you need immediately, and we're going to set you up for major success. Now, just that is a $1,497 cost. People pay that just to talk to me, to get me to help them grow their business. Now, these 4 modules that I'm about to talk to, number 1 module referral, are all worth about $4K. I've delivered these all separately. Now, for your benefit, I'm going to pull these into a 2-day workshop. Module 1 is how to get referrals, the referral generation process, the referral follow-up sequence. This is all important. The client incentivization program, so that when they give you a referral, you incentivize them, or you incentivize the referred prospect. The scale-up opportunities, how you can actually use this to plan your business growth and how to track your referral success. Module 2 is how to become a trusted advisor. You got to own the heck out of your market niche. Become the king and the queen of content. You're going to become your market expert, and I'll show you how to do that. And to position yourself, positioning as your market expert. Always give more than you get. Always, always, always give more than you get. And give without even being asked. Give without people even knowing that they're getting it. And give more than your competitors charge for. Another 4K program. Systems. 5 key business systems that you need. Starting now, and if you haven't got them, we need those 5 in your business. The business tracking process, the board of advisors model. What do I mean by that? Not a board of directors, a board of advisors like we've got. And I can talk you through how that process works, and I will in that summit. We might even get one of our board of advisors to call in or to make a guest appearance or somehow, and they can tell you how we do it. This is live stuff, real stuff. How to really track your success and how to model great business leaders. And some of those are in that book that you're going to get at the end of this webinar. Thanks for sticking around with us, everyone. Model 4, strategy. We're going to find out your why. This is really crucial. What is your why? What is it that you're doing? What's your absolute purpose of being in business? What's your 3-month plan? What's your 1-year double up strategy? What's your 1-year 2x strategy? What is that? Or do you want a 10x strategy? I don't know, but let's at least get a double up strategy. And then what are your tactics? So we're going to go principle, which is your why, strategy. Then we're going to go tactics. What are you going to do on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to 2x up? When you're not walking away from that workshop without a strategy, without a plan, and without tactics. And we're going to work out what you need to have in your team. Now, again, I'm there. I am on this journey with you. I'm your mindset and accountability coach. You get me, and you're going to get a mastermind group of 100 people. And will we get 100? Who knows? Will I get 50? Absolutely. Will I get 150? Who knows? We're going to get, my goal is 100. And I want those people in this program to support you. You. As a business owner, if you're on this program, we're masterminding the crap out of this team. We're all in this together, right? I'm going to play this very quickly. I'm not sure how it's going to go over the internet. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not, because I'm just not sure. So I'm not going to run the risk. We had some tech issues last week. I've got video testimonials of how our workshops have gone for other people. I'm just not going to push the play button just because we did crash last week, and I'm not crashing and burning again. So if you want to know about our successful workshops, jump onto my YouTube channel, Google me, Anton Guinea at YouTube, and you'll see, I don't know, 15, 20 fantastic testimonials. So if you've got any concern about our workshops, those testimonials will tell you what they're like. Now, step 1, we're going to set you up for success. Step 2, we're going to teach you about referrals in the summit. Business Growth and Leadership Summit. If you're there, you're game on. This is going to change your life. We're going to do a trusted advisor process that will help you become a market expert. We're going to teach you the 5 business systems, and you're going to walk away with a growth strategy, 2 times, 10x, whatever it is for you. Now, at this stage of my career, I'm lucky enough that I've got all this knowledge, and I know how to grow my business and know how to grow other businesses, and I can keep that info to myself, or I can share it with you, or I can help 100 businesses in 2018 rock this stuff. I can make it happen, and I can make it happen for you, and you can make it happen for you. Now, you've got 2 choices now. 1, take this info, and I hope you do. If you do nothing tonight, please take this info and do something with it. Continue at the same level in your business. That's cool. If you do something with this information, I guarantee you that you will improve, you'll progress. Or, tell you what, team, if you're willing to make a commitment to move forward, and I'm not going to ask for that even tonight, jump on my calendar, because you might be right for the program, for the summit, you might not be. I might be right for you, I might not be. And if all it did was that call was to get you 1 new client, if it just gave you enough money for your next family holiday, you know, if this, even if the investment that you put into it, not even the call, even if the summit only paid for itself, would it be worth it? And saw you on a family holiday to Disneyland, for example, would it be worth it? Absolutely. This program is so cost effective, because if, depending on what your product cost is, I'm going to make this summit, and I'll show you in a minute, so cost effective, it might just be the cost of 1 sale. Your investment in this product, your investment might just be the equivalent to 1 sale. I want you just to go back to this thing here and this system where we looked at if you can just increase your conversion rate to 50%, just increase your conversion rate to 50% by speaking to referred clients. Look what it's going to do. It's going to 1.5x up your actual turnover. Is that okay for next year? Heck yeah, that is super okay. Now, if you think it was a good investment at 17,485, which it is, and people have paid that for those single modules, guess what? If we're on the phone and this works out okay for you, guess what? It's $12.97. $12.97 for 2 days. 2 days of my time, 2 days with a band of merry men and women that all want the same thing. It's a steal, team. It's a steal. The phone call itself for half an hour is actually worth more than that. So let's get started right now, and you can actually make the decision. Ring me, Anton, I've decided I'm coming to the summit. Absolutely, that's fine. Well, I'd still love to talk to you for half an hour if that's cool, to go through your business accelerator plan, because I really want you to have an outcome for that 30-minute. I'd love you to join us. I'd love you to commit now and put in the chat box if you. My kids would love that. Disneyland, absolutely. Me too, Trace. Now, let's get on a call anyway. If you think this is right for you, there's not many business this wouldn't be right for. If you want to 2x up next year for $12.97, let's get our game on, team, and let's get you around 100 other people that want to do the same thing. Now, this really is a today only cost. Like I'm actually not going to. I know this is worth more, and I know that you know that it's probably worth more. So it's only for people that ring me and say, Anton, I'm on. They get into my calendar, and at the end of that, if you decide your game on, you still get it for $12.97. Obviously, this is, well, it's probably not today only. It's really for this program only, but you won't get that price if you come to me and you want to come to that program outside of this webinar or outside of that strategy call. So this is your cost right now. Game on. Make a decision. Get it on. Book into my calendar. There should be a link up by now. I hope I can't see it for my back-end team. I'm going to book in. Excellent. Look, we've got one booking already. Fantastic. Thank you so much for booking in, and good on you. Congratulations, and I can't wait to see you there. It's going to be a great event, and we'll talk about details when we're on that call. Thank you. Please jump in. There should be a link up. I can't see the link. I hope it's up. And my team in the background, if you can hear me, please help us help this new client out. Yeah, absolutely. If you're happy to schedule a call, look, even if you don't sign up, even if you don't come to the summit, jump on a call. You're going to get so much value in that call, and I can't wait to talk to you. There's something about doing this for a long period of time that gives me the unique ability to help you see more in yourself than you see, and to help me, I see more in your business than you do, and I can actually see what it is that you can do in your business to 2x it up, to 10x it up. Now, there's another, this is just another, is so important client. Here's a guy, and I'm his trusted advisor. I've worked for him this week. I got a phone call early last weekend, and we need a new marketing campaign out there. Can you help us? Absolutely, John. This testimonial talks about how we've gone above and beyond. Yes, Trace, there is an apply button. There's another participant who's keen to join on. Go to, yeah, I'd just click the apply button to book in with you. That's all you do. That's all you do. So yes, absolutely. Click on that button. There's a button there to get on a phone call. What you're going to see is my calendar, and in there's some free space. Not a lot. I'm doing a lot of calls. You will see some free space. Most of my free space is I've blocked out an hour in the middle of the day. Oh, actually, and I've also now increased it to like 9 or 10 at night. So if you want to talk at midnight, I'm happy to. If you want to talk at 3 in the morning, I am. You probably won't be able to book that into my calendar. But somehow, yeah, contact me through this link. You'll find me, Anton Guinea. My email somewhere on the internet, the Guinea group, get onto me, you'll find me. There's plenty, there'll be enough time if you're willing to do what it takes. And just to recap again, total value 17,485. Let's get on a call. Let's work out how you can get referrals. Let's work out how you can become a trusted advisor. Let's get the systems you need and the strategy in your business. Again, just book in a call. You probably won't be able to click there, but go to that link and then we'll jump on. Now, like I said at the start of this webinar, remember, there are free. You've made it to the end. You give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you for everyone for joining us. And we've already got some people jumped in. So really excited to get started with you, and can't wait to talk to you. Now, my team, please, if you could, there should be a link up there now if you're on this webinar. There should be a link for you to download your free products, and I showed you what they were before. So there's 3 books. One of them is an international bestseller. I can't actually put a price on books. I'm happy to pay whatever it is for books. I read at least 1 a month, if not 2. I sort of say that the books that I've read have shaped who I am, what I do, and how I do it. Who I am, what I do, and how I do it. I've had clients sit down in meetings, and there's one particular book, when we're talking, ask me the name of it. And the way that I coach and consult is basically a blueprint from that. You can use my books as your blueprint. That's the secret, team. Those books are a step-by-step approach on how you take your life, your business to the next level. Team, I hope tonight I've left you better than I found you, which is always my goal. I hope you've got so much value from the webinar tonight. I hope you've done a lot of writing, and you can now go away and do some stuff in your business. The cost of the summit is $12.97. Great question. Absolutely. Only for the people that get it through this process. Outside of this process, it won't be that. This is for my special 100 group next year, and we're going to go nuts, and we're going to get cranking, and we're all over this next year. We're going to 2x your business if you're ready to come, and if you're ready to 2x your business. Team, I'm signing off at 7:50. We've gone for 50 minutes. I'm sure it's been a good investment of your time. Great. There's the free gifts. They're up. Team, good luck, and we're going to see you on the other side. See you for a call. Been a pleasure. My name's Anton Guinea. Thanks for spending 50 minutes of your time with me tonight.